Have you noticed something strange while watching Pro Counter-Strike lately? More and more top players are moving their view models to the center of the screen. It is not just for style. There's a new meta forming around better visibility and faster reaction times, and it's catching on fast. In this video, I'll break down why pros are switching, what it actually does for gameplay, and I'll show you exactly how to change your view model so you can try it for yourself. Let's get right into it. This shift didn't come out of nowhere. It actually started popping up with a few top players like Imma and biguzera were the first pros that I started seeing make the switch and stuck with it. Then ZywOo and NiKo made the switch, and that's when more and more pros have followed, because when two of the best CS2 players are doing it, everyone else is going to copy, and now it's becoming a full-on meta trend. Every match that I watch, I see at least one pro player on each team having a centered view model. Let's start with the biggest reason pros are switching: visibility. The default view model, especially when it's on the right side, can actually block key parts of your screen. If a player is holding a tight off angle or tucked into a weird corner, your gun model might literally cover them, and by the time you react, it's already too late. Now, if I had a center view model in this situation, when I am turning this corner, I am able to spot the CT. Why not just switch hands if visibility is an issue? Well, in CS2, there's a delay to shoot when you're switching hands, so you have to wait until the animation is fully done to actually shoot, which this delay could cost you. Another visibility advantage comes when you're dealing with CS2's new smokes, and since they're volumetric, you can actually spot bullet tracers and impact holes to figure out where the enemies are shooting from. But if your view model is on the right or left, your gun can actually block those little details, and with a centered view model, your peripheral vision on both sides is wide open, so you're more likely to spot tracers or bullet holes coming through the smoke and react before it's too late. In CS2, that kind of info is huge and pros know it. Another reason some players are switching, and one you might not have thought about, is spray tracking. When your view model is centered, it lines up more closely with where your bullet tracers appear on screen. That makes it easier to visually follow your spray pattern in real time and make micro adjustments as you go. It's a small change, but at the highest level, these small visual cues can be the difference between a whiff and a clean spray transfer. There's also a psychological side to it. Some players say that using a centered view model helps them stay more focused on their crosshair rather than being distracted by the gun model. One even said, "Might be a placebo, but I aim slightly better since I started using it," and honestly, it makes a lot of sense. When your weapon is off to one side, your eyes can get pulled in that direction without you even realizing it. But with a centered view model, your screen feels more balanced, and that makes it easier to keep your attention right where it should be, on your aim. Before I show you how to change view model settings, quick word from today's sponsor, Skins Monkey. They are one of the best and easy to use CS2 skins trading site. All you have to do is select your skins you don't like, pick out new skins you do like, and now you have a nicer inventory. Skins Monkey is not just a trading site. You can buy skins with a 35% deposit bonus using code NART. Use the link in the description for a free $5. To change your view model in CS2, the easiest way is by using this workshop map called crashz Viewmodel Generator. It shows you all the settings visually so you can find what works best without typing any commands. Super useful. Here's how it works. When you load up to the map, make your way to the middle screen. We've got preset positions: desktop, classic, and couch. No one uses couch. I'll show you what it looks like. You can see it looks more up the gun, and most players use either desktop or classic. Let me show you the main difference, because if I mess around with these settings here with XYZ and you go ahead and click classic or desktop, it changes these values back to normal. So desktop is going to be 1. It's going to be more in the middle. 2 is going to be classic. So you see how my gun shifted more towards the outside. So let me show you what desktop is, more towards the middle. 2 is classic, more a little bit to the right. Let's look at the custom positions. X, Y, Z. X is going to be left or right. So if I go -2, it's going to be middle of the screen. If I go 2.5, it's going to be right of the screen. So pay attention to the gun. For Y, either backwards or forward. So -2 is going to shift the gun towards me. 2 is going to shift the gun away from me. And then for Z, down or up. So -2 puts the gun down. 2 is going to shift the gun up. For view model FOV, this controls how close or far your weapon appears on the screen in CS2. So if I put it at 54, the weapon looks closer, bigger, takes up more space on the screen. While on the other end, 68, the weapon's going to look further away, smaller, more compact. Most pros have their FOV anywhere from 60 to 68, more towards the end here. 65 to 68. If you want to switch to your left hand, you could go left here. If you want to go back to right, you can. If you're left eye dominant, then using a left view model might help reduce visual distraction, keep your focus locked onto the crosshair. If you want to know which eye is dominant, there's a quick eye test you could do. I'll link the video in the description. And then once you get all your settings that you have customized, you can go ahead and click show commands if you really want the console commands. So they're listed right here. And then once you have the perfect view model, go ahead and go to the left screen, click or shoot save view model and exit map. Now, if you don't want to customize your own view model and just want to copy the pros, the most common view model players are using is NiKo's view model, which is really centered. His view model settings are FOV 65, offset X -0.5, offset Y 1, offset Z -2, and preset pause 1. I'll link the console commands below in the description to where you can just copy and paste into console. The other pro view model players are copying is ZywOo. His settings are FOV 68, offset X 2.5, offset Y 0, offset Z -1.5, preset pause 2. Check the description for the console commands.
Oh, yes, here it is. Oh,
it's the view model. It's the view model.
Guys, change your view model now.
If you don't change it, you're not going to be one of the best Counter-Strike players in the world.
Invest in weird view models.
Imma's been trying to tell us.
Now, some players think this whole center view model trend is just a temporary solution, a way to deal with the fact that CS2 doesn't have CL bob. In CSGO, you could tweak how much your gun bobbed while running or shooting, but in CS2, you're pretty much stuck with the default animation. So for now, moving the view model to the center just feels like the cleanest, least distracting option, kind of a quick fix until Valve gives us more control again. But even if those old commands return, the benefits of visibility, spray clarity, and crosshair focus are real. That's why a lot of pros might just stick with the center view model permanently. It's one of those small changes that shows how players are still adapting to CS2's quirks and how the meta keeps evolving. Let me know in the comments, are you making the switch? Or are you sticking with your old view model setup? If you found this helpful or learned something new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I've got more CS2 breakdowns and pro meta updates coming your way. You don't want to miss them.